Oh, we're live.
Good morning. Morning.
Okay, I'll switch.
There's number 3.
Yes, I know. As long as he stays there, we're good.
Is he outside?
No.
Yeah, he's inside.
So over none of the guests are allergic.
Yeah.
Oops, it's mine, sorry.
Oh,
I wasn't planning to be here during noise.
Here we go. Hi, Evie.
We have one in here too.
Morning, Evie.
I'm gonna shut this door.
Thanks, Jen. Oh,
Well, it was smelly in here. I don't blame her.
still in the mom.
Okay, buddy.
I ran away as soon as he started spraying yesterday.
Well, that made it. I was gonna say that
I
made it
needed
easier
the
anyway.
bee capture.
I'm sorry, buddy.
She is safely relocating them.
This
She is
is
safely relocating.
making it safe for our guest. The camera's going. What's
the
going
Easter
on?
Bunny's favorite sport?
Oh no.
Basketball.
I'm trying not to hurt you. Come on, buddy.
All right. You ready? Here we go.
Welcome to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer Blackwell.
And I'm Teresa Straub.
Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Thursday
Get off the
morning on
bottom.
Z93 in Outlaw Country.
Yes, thank you for hanging out with us, whether you're listening on the radio or maybe you are watching us on the Sunset Health Facebook live feed. Whichever way you decide to hang out with us, thank you for doing so.
Oh, we appreciate all of you and have a busy show lined up for you all this morning with great information.
Yes.
From the Yuma Union High School District, we have the COPA athletic trainer Shannon Carmody joining us, and Eric Patton will be here too.
Yes.
They're going to be talking about their athletic physical event that's coming up. I love this opportunity. And then we also have Lauren Kim. She has a weekly parenting series.
She does.
She just talks about parenting in general and
Just some tips.
some of the things that she has going on with her program also.
There's another one over here.
And you know
Okay.
what? It is also basketball season.
It is.
We've got to give an update here.
Well, Evie has 2 basketball jokes. What is the Easter Bunny's favorite sport? Basketball. The
Okay.
other one is, why did the chicken cross the basketball court?
You heard the referee calling fouls.
I love it.
That's a good one. No, that was a really good one.
That was a
Evie.
good one. That was a good one.
All right, speaking of basketball, we have the playoff schedule, the NBA playoff schedule. It's an update for the Suns' first round. And I do not know yet who they will be playing.
Yes.
I believe that is going to be decided probably tonight. But the first game is going to be this Sunday at 6 p.m.
Yes.
And that's all I have so far. And well, beyond
Great
that,
update, Jen. Great update.
okay. They're playing Tuesday the 19th at 7 p.m. Friday
Yes.
the 22nd, the times to be determined. The 24th will be 6:30 p.m. But again, who they're playing,
Well,
I have no idea.
We don't know that
so
yet.
they will be the home team for the first 2 games. So that will be in Phoenix if you'd like to go and check that out.
All right.
Now, we shared earlier this week that it is National Telecommunications. Let me see. I don't remember the exact wording of it. Okay.
You of all people.
National Public Safety Telecommunication Week.
There you go.
Okay, had to get it in the right order. And I want to give a big shout out to some of our local dispatchers working very hard to help pretty much when you need to make that first line of contact.
Yes.
If you have an emergency situation. These awesome individuals are with the Yuma County Sheriff's Office. We have Jeff Davis, Jose Aldaco, Maritza Rubio, Pena Thrykill, Bradley Birch, Caitlin Zizzo, Ashley Valle, Kristen Elman, Ulysses Velasco, Angelina Medina, Alexandra Wolf, and Viviana Delgado.
Awesome.
Thank you to those individuals.
Yes.
We also want to recognize our amazing dispatchers with the Yuma Police Department. They are police and fire dispatchers. We also have Rural Metro. We have the City of Somerton, the City of San Luis, and we also have our awesome tribal partners, Kokopah and Quechan in the community, Arizona Western College, and our military partners.
Yeah, I don't think people realize how many dispatchers that we actually have in our community. With us being a town where we have a lot of military, there is dispatchers for everything on there.
There are, and it's all those partner agencies that they work together. They do, because if there's a jurisdictional, they get a call into 911.
Yeah.
And some of the lines down here by the station, like you go across the street, it's city. We're in the county.
That little street right here.
Yes.
I mean, it's very odd.
Claxton is kind of strange, but you go further down Avenue B, and with people telling me about an accident or a fire, I'm like, which side is it on and what block? Because the jurisdictions vary.
Yes,
And
definitely.
Sunny says, all YCSO dispatchers. Yes, they are. And it's only because I happen to have a list for them. I'm sorry I don't have agencies or names for the other agencies.
If you want to send them over, send them over.
I'm not married to any other dispatch managers for the other centers. But if anyone wants to send it.
Thank goodness. Glad you're only married to the one.
But our dispatchers are awesome, and they truly are first responders. Even though the state level, they are not recognized as first responders. That very first line of communication, they are a first responder.
They keep us calm when we have to, unfortunately, use the 911 system.
Yes.
So I that is something I don't think I could do. So they remain calm while we're freaking out. So
if you want to do something nice, take them food or drinks. They appreciate that.
They do.
They're, at least I know at the sheriff's office, they're kind of down in a cave.
Yeah.
So, all right, today is April 14th, and it is, we're going to need Anita for this, National Laver Bread Day.
I have no idea.
All right.
I'll Google it while you talk about the other one.
It is also Look Up at the Sky Day,
It's a beautiful day to do that.
but just not into the sun.
No.
National Dolphin Day.
Yes.
Dolphins.
Dolphins are
fun.
amazing creatures. National Ex-Spouse Day. There is a day for everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
And a shout out to those who are able to, if they do have children, who are able to co-parent successfully because it's for the kids.
Yes.
It's National Gardening Day.
Oh, I like to garden.
National Pan American Day. National Pecan or Pecan Day, depending on where you are from.
Pecan.
I
That's
love
how I say it.
pecans.
They're
Yeah, I
yummy.
like pecans.
And National Reach as High as You Can Day.
That's not very high. Well, I'm taller than most of you, so yeah, I guess it's higher than you guys. Larva bread?
Laver.
How do you say it?
I don't know.
Well, it just says
labor bread.
discover a nutritious ingredient that comes from the sea.
Huh.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
and it's the day. Not what I'm thinking it is. Let me see. I'm trying to pull up another one here to kind of give me a little bit more information about
It's
what
a
it is.
nutritious ingredient that comes from the sea, and it celebrates this food with a long history made from seaweed.
Okay,
So that's what it
why
is.
I don't know it. Because blah.
My favorite, seaweed bread.
No, yuck. I don't even like
It's the cooked version of laver. Porphyra seaweed, a diaphanous red algae found abundantly along the Wales Rocky coastline. Again, also something not regionally
appropriate.
adjacent to our area.
Yeah.
You know, we're basically landlocked here anyway, but
Yeah.
it's also called baralar and Welshman's caviar. Not to be confused with sliced bread. Laver bread is prepared by cooking the seaweed and creating green gluey sludge.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
So there's enough of your laver bread talk on this Thursday.
That is just
That is not what I
weird.
want this morning.
No, that is not something
all.
I will not be participating in this day.
I'd like to pet a dolphin. Okay.
Well, that I
and
could do.
eat pecans.
We could, but the others. No, thank
No.
you.
All right, ready for birthdays?
Yes.
These are the Firehouse Sebs birthday shout-outs, and we do want to remind you, Firehouse has catering available too. A lot of people have different events going on this weekend. It's just that time of year for Yuma, but also with the Easter holiday, they're busy. So maybe you want to have lunch brought in today, or you want to go pick something up. They'll get it all ready to go for you. Just call them and make arrangements for catering from Firehouse Subs.
Make it easy.
Celebrating today, we have Leticia Magianis.
Oh, happy birthday, cousin. Also want to wish a very happy birthday to the beautiful, the one, the only, Ashley Sims over at Cafecito. Happy birthday.
And since we're recognizing terrific teachers, we have to give this one a shout out on her birthday.
Yes.
Lisa Gresham is celebrating today.
Aw, happy birthday. Also want to wish a very happy birthday to Tammy Reeder.
That's all I have.
That's all I got.
You know, I shared it earlier. Hang on, I got to pull it up because it is an anniversary. Certainly one worth recognizing.
Yes.
Because this is a lot of years, and this individual has worked really hard during that time. Yuma Fire Department just recognized fire engineer Bill Karolek on his retirement after 28 years of service.
That's amazing.
To the Yuma Fire Department.
That is so amazing.
So,
congratulations.
Yes, and thank you indeed for your service. That is a long time.
Aw, JD has a birthday shout out. It's a heavenly birthday, so happy heavenly birthday to Martin Ochoa.
And Nidia Negrete wants to wish her oldest, Luis, a happy 15th birthday.
Oh, my goodness. Lots of birthdays today. I love it.
Well, get your birthday wishes in because tomorrow we're going to do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday birthdays. And then on Monday, we'll select one winner at random from all of this week's birthdays, the local birthdays, and one person will win a free medium sub chips drink and a dessert from Firehouse Subs. How do they submit that info?
Real quick, before I do that, there is one more anniversary shout out for Daniel and Laura Showman. They're celebrating their anniversary today, so happy anniversary. So to submit, there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. One of the easiest ways is just going to monstermediayuma.com, clicking on that Today in Yuma tab, look for the Firehouse Sub logo with the Celebrate banner, fill that little entry form out, and it goes directly to my inbox. Or you can send us a message on Facebook to anyone here on staff. If you're friends with us, just shoot us a message. Or you can always message the Z93 and Outlaw Country Facebook page.
Awesome. Let's take a quick break because we are coming back with Yuma Union High School District. We have a lot of great stuff to talk about.
Yes.
We'll be back on Z93 and Outlaw Country after this. Tomorrow is Free Filter Friday with quick refrigeration. And what that means is you need to take your old dirty air filter down to 190 West 10th Street and they will swap it out with a brand new standard 1-inch air filter for free. That's quick refrigeration.
And Sprague Sports, visit their sister company, Truckmates, your source for truck accessories, camper shells, BDS suspension lifts, 3M window tinting, and Linux applications. You can find Truckmates on 32nd Street next to Sprague's.
And Yuma Nelson was founded locally in 1978. Their team has well over 100 years of combined knowledge, right along with a get-it-done-right attitude. You can find name brands like Delta, Moen, American Standard, and lots more. Visit them on Pacific Avenue weekdays.
When you brake, do you hear a squealing or grinding noise? Get those brake pads and rotors checked. Stop into Ed Whitehead's Tire Pros. They can solve your brake problem and get you back on the road safely.
It's Today in Yuma. We'll be back after the break on Z93 and Outlaw Country.
Hello.
I'll take Anita's place. She knows how to do that.
Oh,
Okay.
Here's from the sunset.
Anita, thank you diligently for other duties as needed.
Come on in, guys.
Come on in.
Hello, welcome.
Eric was trying to break the track lighting out there. I'm just going to say it.
We had all the doors open this morning, and well, the bees decided to come hang out.
It seems like we're saying that it'll make the morning a little more interesting. More
I need my
interesting
bee catcher
than normal.
Anita's doing a good job at
She's relocating bees. They're essential pollinators.
She thinks that could be a career change for her.
You really,
She
man.
mentioned it earlier, yeah.
She did a good job. She got him.
She could be a, when Advocate is short, she can go work with Advocate if they're like, we're short a bee person.
Bee whisperer, she said. I have to take issue with your son's stuff, though.
You know what?
If they play the Clippers.
I
then-
know. You have that personal close connection to the Clippers. Too much alliteration going on there. But I think it might be the Pelicans first.
Oh, I hope not. We'll see. They beat the Pelicans. Clippers beat the Pelicans by 21
who are the Pelicans? Where are they from?
New Orleans.
Okay. See, they used to be the
So
Jazz.
the Jazz
No.
were in New Orleans and moved to Utah.
Okay.
And then the Pelicans used to be, this gets really nuts. So the Charlotte Hornets were a team founded in '88,
Yeah.
moved to New Orleans as the Hornets. And they lived there for about a decade and then changed their name to the Pelicans. And then they got an expansion team in Charlotte named the Bobcats. And
Oh my
it
gosh.
gets worse.
That is so weird, though.
And
the
then when they
Pelicans?
changed the name to the Pelicans, the Hornets name was available again, so the Bobcats changed their name to
The Hornets. Oh
It
my
would've been funnier
gosh.
if I said like the horses, like something totally different. But
So the original Hornets are playing the new Hornets eventually.
like, potentially, yes,
Oh my.
twice a year.
Oh my gosh. Props to you for remembering
I
that.
know. How do you remember that? It's all
One of the things in PE in high school, and I had, we had advanced PE, which was just co-ed PE, and that was for upperclassmen. And the coach, I had her from freshman until my senior year. She always, I don't know if it was a rainy day schedule or what, but we always had to do paperwork for PE. And one of them was you had to match up the cities and the mascots and get the team names right. And it was only football.
Yep.
I mean, there weren't that many back then.
Yeah.
How many professional football teams did we have
I think
in the
28.
80s?
Well, back then was 28.
Okay.
And
yeah.
pretty much not focusing on physical education. Line these things up.
Again, how
Yeah,
much
let's don't do any.
how much
Let's don't do any
you have?
sports to keep fit in physical education. Could you do this paper on words on paper, please?
Unless there was maybe a curriculum requirement for something that was not necessarily athletic. Or extra cut. I don't remember. I need to ask.
Today we're going to say, what colors do they wear?
Right.
All right, here we go.
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
Joining us today from the Yuma Union High School District, we have COFA Athletic Director Shannon Carmody. Good morning.
Hello.
Your very first time here with us.
It is. Thank you for the warm welcome.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to have our representatives from the district with us, and not a stranger to the show, Eric Patton joins us.
I am happy to be here as always.
And if you were not just watching us on the Sunset Health Facebook Live feed, and you are curious about NBA mascots
History.
history, you need to check that out because I'm impressed. Eric,
I know. He just rattled it off like it was nothing.
Eric has a professional connection. He pretty much said if the Suns are playing the Clippers, he's got to go for the Clippers. You worked for the Clippers.
I did for 4 years, and it was a great time in my life. And now I'm in a better time in my life. Even I was talking to Mrs. Thompson yesterday. I have been in my job in Yuma Union High School District longer than any job I've ever had.
Aw.
We are blessed to have you
Aw.
because
We
you can tell you love it, and you're engaged with so many different aspects. And while you do have a very strong sports background in the communications department, responsible for covering everything within the district, and you do an awesome job.
Well, I appreciate it, and we love being here and sharing all of the awesome stuff our students are doing. So that's
Well, there's an event that is coming up. I love the collaboration that has kind of made this possible. We're going to be talking about the athletic physicals event that's coming up here very soon.
Yes, so COFA High School and Yuma Union High School District is offering sports physicals April 26th. It's a Tuesday. Doors open at 4 for you to come in and do the paperwork, and the doctors will be there at 4:30. We'll be there till around 7. But definitely come in. It's the time for freshmen, transfer students, returning students to get their sports physical.
For next year.
Yes, so what is
Okay.
unique about this sports physical is that it'll be good all the way until spring 2023.
Perfect.
Yeah, so in normal years we do a fall sports physical, so this sports physical actually gives the opportunity for the returning students to participate in any summer conditioning that might be offered on their campus. So it's really cool. If there's anything that comes up in the sports physical, it gives students and parents enough time to take care of that, go see maybe a specialist if need be. That way they're ready for sports next year.
Awesome. I love that. And this event is no charge.
It is free. It is absolutely free if you are a Yuma Union High School District student. You just need to make sure that your parent or guardian is with the student. And it'll be a great event.
Is there any required paperwork they need to fill out or bring with them, or is that done at the event?
We'll have sports physicals papers at the event. It's going to be in the Rios gym at COFA High School. So they will not need to bring anything, just like I said, like a parent or guardian. And we wanted to give a huge thank you to YRMC, who helps us with the time and the resources to make this available.
We've had Dr. Zur on the show several times.
He's awesome.
He's an awesome guy, and he's
Yes.
passionate about sports medicine.
Yes, it is
And-
awesome.
And I love that collaboration is happening here because sometimes there are challenges. It might be a financial challenge for some families to get those physicals done. And this is one roadblock that has been removed for this year at least.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. I think Yuma Union does a great job at making sure that the students that are interested in playing sports, they have the means to. And this free physical event is definitely one of those events that makes it possible for students to
And to play sports in high school, you need a physical. So why not get it taken care of now so you're not scrambling when it, oh, they're doing summer practice. Well, you need to have the physical. So you might as well just get it taken care of now and get it taken care of for free. Mom and dad would like that. But get it taken care of now so you don't have to scramble later.
Exactly. And for those students that are like, oh, I'm new, I'm incoming, I'm a freshman, I don't know if I'll make the team, this gives you the opportunity to go to those off-season conditionings if it's offered on your campus, and give it a whirl. And if it doesn't work out, at least you have the physical on hand, as opposed to not being able to participate because you never got that physical.
Well, again, this event for physicals is coming up April 26th at 4:30 p.m. at the Rios Gym. That's on the COFA campus. Now, Shannon, as an athletic trainer, tell us a little bit about the role of the ATs within the Yuma Union High School District.
Awesome. So there is 5 high schools and there's 6 athletic trainers. So that gives it a unique opportunity. We athletic trainers are there to prevent, recognize, evaluate, and rehabilitate athletic injuries. So we are there for our athletes in emergent situations, when there are emergencies in a sport facility. We're there to take care of our students, as well as those little day-to-day things of ankle sprains and other, bruises, things like soreness, things like that. We can help our student athletes get back to their peak physical.
Well, based on what our ATs deal with on a regular basis, what makes them unique compared to, say, the trainers in California?
Yeah, I think Arizona does a great job of offering professional development. I know that in Yuma Union, there's been opportunities to go to the state conferences and really get ourselves out there, make sure that we know the best medical care to give. And I think Arizona and Yuma Union High School District make sure that we are giving the best possible care to our high school athletic trainers. Compared to in California, it's a little bit more lax in their licensure rules and those types of deals. So I think Arizona and Yuma Union High School District does a great job of giving us those opportunities.
That's interesting, too, because a lot of our students within the district here do travel to play over in Imperial Valley. Mm-hmm. So you probably are able to see some of the differences when unfortunate injuries do happen.
The big difference is there's a requirement in Arizona for our district specifically that they are certified medical professionals.
Okay.
In California, that's not necessarily the case. And so that would be sort of the biggest difference. And we've taken a lot of pride in that. It's something that we
absolutely.
really celebrate, that
Yes.
we have 6 certified medical professionals. They're not doing the water, they're not doing stuff like they're actually.
And that might be a misnomer. People may be
Yes.
thinking, oh, they're the trainers. They're just taping up ankles and filling water bottles. But it's a lot more extensive than that.
It is a lot more extensive. Yep, we have athletic training room hours so that students can come in and do rehabilitation with us. So it's not just if somebody has an ankle sprain, right? We're not just going to tape them and send them. We are going to really work on strengthening and getting them back to the point where they're ready to go and be their best athletic selves on the field.
My sister just broke her 5th metatarsal
Oh,
on one of her feet. How long till she's back on the field?
The Jones fracture.
She was never on the field before, but
Is she getting surgery for that one?
on the 21st,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, that's okay.
Yes.
That's
So
okay.
it's going to be a while before
It
she
is.
can be back on.
And I had another one of our clients in this morning. His wife had that same surgery yesterday.
Oh, wow.
So,
Something must be going around.
Yeah, right.
Stairs and a pile of laundry. That's what's been going around.
Laundry
So-
will do that to
See,
you.
laundry, it's just
It's
evil.
hazardous to your health.
We've been saying that for years. Well, if anyone is interested in pursuing the path of an athletic trainer, what is the best recourse? Are the trainers within the district available to talk with our students who might want to make that their career path?
Oh, yes. I think anyone at COFA can definitely come talk to me. I think every athletic trainer at COFA High School has their own path that got them here. But that's what we're in education. We love to help students in that sense. And I think with Yuma Union High School District's mission to get every kid college and career ready, right, we are more than willing to talk to them about it. The path to athletic trainer normally nowadays it involves going to college, some higher level education. But I think it's definitely an option that every student should be talking about, especially if they're taking the sports medicine class.
And I know that's a very popular course.
It is very popular, yeah. So there's a lot of different routes you can take within sports medicine, so it's really fun being the teacher who gets to tell them all the cool routes they could take within the world of sports medicine.
That's awesome. I know several students who've graduated probably within the last 5 years that I remember them because it's more recently. You know, I'm getting older. It's a little difficult. But they were
You remember a lot.
they were pursuing the sports medicine angle, and some have gone into physical therapy and other professional type roles. They've achieved that higher education.
That's awesome.
And I love it when they come back and they put that to use here in the community.
Yeah, that's awesome. Full circle, bringing it back to their home base. I love that. I think it's awesome. And I think it's, again, I think educators, right, you can impact one student and they run and take off with it. It just takes maybe an encouraging word, an encouraging moment, and they run with it.
I took sports medicine in high school only because I played sports, and it was really nice to have that information when, you know, not only for myself, but for my teammates as well. So it was nice information to have.
Yeah.
Right. Well, again, if anyone has any questions, just reach out to Shannon if you're at Kofa High School, or just if you're at one of the schools, approach your athletic trainer. They'd probably be more than happy to talk to you.
Yeah, meet them, say hi to them, introduce yourselves. We're nice people, I promise. Don't be scared.
And don't forget about those physicals.
Yes, April 26th. Now, Eric, what's happening in the district? Where are we at?
We got tons of cool stuff. We're about 6 weeks away from graduation.
Wow.
So we have ready now Yuma Helios
The scholarships.
scholarship surprises coming up.
Those are your favorite. We
That's
know
my
it.
favorite. We have 6 of those that we will be surprising students, one at every school coming up. Right now it looks like it's going to be the first week of May. So if you start seeing people walking around with a big bunch of balloons, you
Follow
know,
them.
and then we're also going to have our 12 Billboard students that are our class of 22 Billboard students. Those are going up on May 2nd.
Okay.
So that's
Those are
another
different
exciting.
than the
They're
Helios
different.
winners.
The confusion really started for people because the first year that the scholarships happened, 2 of the students happened to be on billboards.
So a little overlap.
So some overlap, and there's no reason that there might not be that happen again in the future. But those are 2 separate things. Helios provides up to $60,000 in college tuition over 4 years. Per student who is awarded that scholarship. So we're looking at approximately a $360,000 annual commitment from Helios.
Wow.
They've said they're going to do it for 10 years, so
That is
that's
awesome.
$3.5 million.
Yes.
And the billboards were a partnership that we had come up with Helios several years ago. That's become more of our baby now, and so the campuses are choosing those 12 students, the 2 from each one, and we had a group come together this year and make sure that we are very representative of all the different areas of our district, from CTE to special education.
Love that.
Migrant students, some of the top valedictorian here or there. Like
Covers
we've
the
got
broad
a
spectrum.
big spectrum of the students that represent that class of 22. And then we'll see, maybe 1 or 2 of them ended up with one of those scholarships as well.
That would be so cool. Now, the boundaries, have those been finalized?
Those were approved by the board at last night's meeting. I know that there were some concerns from Ocotillo residents. We've both heard about that. I think some of those were answered at last night's meeting by Mr. Brienza. That video, once I'm done here, will be on our website. It is currently on our YouTube page, so if you did want to go see immediately what he said, that'd be a way to see what he had to say about it last night. One of the biggest concerns that was expressed last night at our call to the public was that Ocotillo residents who are currently enrolled in Gila Ridge were worried that they might lose transportation. Like say you're a freshman currently and then you get to your junior year. That's not true. If you're currently enrolled at Gila Ridge and then the boundaries take effect in 23-24 and you are getting transportation by bus to Gila Ridge, you would still get it for 4 years after 23-24.
Okay.
So even a younger sibling, and that was the gentleman's concern last night, was that he's got a child there currently, and then he would have a younger sibling who would be a freshman in 23-24. We said, and Mr. Brienza said last night, and this is documented on the website as well, that if you're a freshman in 23-24 and you're enrolled at that school, that the boundary has changed, you will receive transportation all 4 years through your senior year. And then another thing that people don't realize is that if you open enroll to a school, for example, let's say that you were boundaried for the new Somerton High School, but you wanted to open enroll to COFA, If you can make it to a bus stop that serves COFA,
You can go to COFA.
you can ride the bus.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
As long as the open
You just have to
enrollment
get
was,
to
yes,
that.
you just have to get to the bus stop, and then that bus would drive you back to that bus stop and drop you there at the end of the day as well. As long as you could get picked up or make it home, you can still ride to that school that you were open
Okay.
enrolled, as long as the open enrollment was accepted.
And the boundaries they've changed several times because I live in that area where the gentleman was concerned. I shared some of those concerns with Eric and the district too, in case they hadn't seen them. But when my son attended high school, as did Anita's, they went to Yuma High. Anita lives right by Yuma High.
I do.
I live off 6E. I'm a little further away. But I had the opportunity to take him to school each day because I had to pass there to come to work. So it worked out for us. And then one of the big concerns was the activity buses.
Yes.
Will they still be running in the evening for those students who participate in band programs, athletic programs and stuff? 'Cause
Yes,
that was
the
a worry.
activity buses would can you? I think one of the things that we were just trying to have people try to understand a little bit is that because of the bus driver shortage. So, shameless plug if you want to be a bus driver.
Now is the time.
Because there is a bus driver shortage, it'll put a little more strain on our transportation, but we're committed to that, to making sure that those activity buses are running and getting the students that opportunity to participate after school.
And I want to clarify on the district's behalf too, because some people were also commenting, well, it would have been nice for us to know about all these things happening before. I don't know how many times I shared it in my news. We discussed it on the show when they had these meetings, when they were looking for public input on the boundaries. Multiple times it was discussed just on our media outlets. So the district did put the information out there. So I want to defend you in that respect too.
we had three, one in each community that we serve. So we had one at San Luis High School, we had one at the Somerton Community Center, and then we had another, or Cultural Center, and we had one at the district office on 3 consecutive days. And that was very lightly attended.
Yeah, they weren't very well attended.
And then we did get some feedback on our online form. But the problem with that is that you can't have a conversation. And I think one thing that I wish I had done is allowed a place to put contact info as an option. And then we maybe could have followed up with some of the answering. So lesson learned, I think, from our standpoint on
you
that.
take something away from every experience too. So that's
Yeah.
just something you might just handle a little bit differently.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what's going down as far as some of the redistricting concerns that people had. But you guys answered it very well. And again, you're there if they do have questions and want to reach out and contact you directly.
And we had a professional demographer do this, the same demographer who did it in 2007 when we boundaried for the addition of Gila Ridge. And it really came down to projecting the numbers with the growth in the foothills and in East County. We had to find a place to draw students off of Gila Ridge's capacity. Right now they're at 20% over capacity. If we continued on the trajectory with the boundaries being where they currently are, we could be looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of like 35-40% over capacity by the time we got 5-6 years removed from like that 23-24 time. So he projected to 2031, I believe.
And there's so much more construction that's going up in the eastern city limits area. So that anticipated growth is, those numbers are going to change too.
You'd never believe it, but Gila Ridge was built to hold 1,800.
Wow.
So right now they're over 21.
Wow. Well, thank you. And I know we hadn't planned it. I just kind of put you on the
No,
spot this morning. I'm like, wait a minute.
I even told Shannon outside, I said, we probably need to talk about that.
I knew it was
Good idea.
very timely and topical. And we're
Yes.
we're nearing the end of the school year and stuff. Graduations will be happening in person.
Yep.
So
yep.
we're happy to hear that. We're having a lot of the memories getting ready to show up on our
Proms are happening. And
Proms are starting to happen. They talked about, some of the students talked about that at the board meeting last night. Graduations are in person. They will also be live streamed. From everything that we have had discussions as far as our activities principles, those graduations will all not have a ticket limit as they did last year.
Okay.
I know for sure that's happening at COFA. I think if you're wondering, you should probably contact your school, but it looks like we're going to be back to graduation as we would have expected in, say, the class of 19.
Okay.
And then they will be live streamed again like they were last year.
I
so
still love that.
That is
was
awesome.
That's got to be a given anyway. Just because
Yep.
we know kids at so many different schools, and most of them graduate the same night.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
graduation night here?
It is,
The 20th?
I'm not looking at, it's May 27th.
May 27th.
8 p.m.
Is that the
Yes.
weekend of Memorial Weekend?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's the Friday. It's the Friday before the Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
So school will be out May 26th, and then Vista High School's graduation will be May 25th.
And we'll have you back on next week, too, I think.
I think so. We're here next week to talk about summer learning. If I
Oh, okay.
I think
Gotcha.
so. Yes. It's
we work in the future.
yeah. So we want to update you on summer learning yet. We'll have Miss Anderson and Miss Frazine here to talk about that
Definitely.
next week.
Well, thank you both for joining us. Nice to meet you, Shannon.
Yes.
Have you share great information with our audience.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
We are going to take our Village and Pizza Parlor selfie out in the courtyard. We'll be back, and we're going to be sharing information with you from Sunset Health this morning. Creditors won't stop calling. Are you subject to a lawsuit filed by a creditor or a debt collector? Give Allen Barnes & Jones a call at 783-2161 to set up your free consultation. They can meet with you and discuss the options available to you and help lead you to a fresh start.
And Advocate Pest and Wildlife Specialist is locally owned and operated, offering general pest control, termite treatment and inspection, pigeon extraction, safe humane wildlife relocation, and disinfecting services. You can find all the details at advocatepest.com.
And Telecris Plasma reminds you donors help save lives, and you can be part of the solution. And you can earn over $1,000 with 10 donations. Visit gripplesplasma.com for additional details.
And everyone knows State Farm for insurance, but they have so much more. Have you tried their banking or mutual funds? Call Kathy and Nancy State Farm for details at 344-9442.
It's Today in Yuma. We'll be back after the break on Z93 and Outlaw Country. Thank you guys.
We got a lot in there.
I know we did. Well, our next, she got called there. She got called in for something at work. So Jan's printed out info. We're just going to share that,
So we
but
have a
it'll be
little-
shorter than a full
Okay.
segment. We had time.
I was worried. I was trying to talk faster.
Yeah, if you start seeing me going faster, keep up. I can see the clock.
I usually will give you a cue if you're running.
Yeah, be like, wrap it up. Awesome.
It was lovely meeting you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye. No Lauren yet?
No.
Because she's usually a little early. We'll just bring her in when she gets here.
Okay.
That way we can give her a few more minutes. All our extra visitors have been relocated?
Yes.
Thank you, Anita.
I even put the lights back. But I got one of our anchors is. I knew this one was coming out, or the screw came out of this anchor. But I'm gonna get a couple new anchors.
Oh, I see it now.
Because that one, the whole anchor came out.
Oh.
So
Alrighty.
I'm on a mission. But the bees have been relocated and no one got stung.
Good.
There we
And now
go.
they're out there doing their bee thing. Pollinating and
Their bee thing.
doing special stuff.
20 years with 4 convenient locations dedicated to serve you. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and download our app.
Oh, the last one out there, the last one I got, the fifth one I got out, it was way in the well, and I'm like, ooh, it could come out the end because you know they have the exhaust
Yeah.
holes on the back side. I'm like, it was way in that tube. I'm like, it can come out the back end.
What is it?
I tried to throw left-handed. It's notes from last week.
So I had to tap it to get it to come out. And then it started chasing me. Don't sting me. I'm your friend.
I'm helping you.
I can't tell you, I have not been, God
Live your
willing.
best bee life. You can't
That's
do that
right.
inside.
That's right. Go pollinate. We need you.
They
Go
wanted
make
it-
some
they wanted it
amazing
in
honey.
Z93.
So when I was flipping the switch, I could hear it. I just couldn't see it. I'm like, oh, there's a bee in here. I know there's a bee. That's why
the one that was in there? Was it
Yeah.
kind of amplified by being in the light?
it was flying around when I closed the door. I'm like, I'm coming back. Give me a second.
Mental note. It just sucks that it's like the nice time of the morning.
Yeah.
The courtyard was clean. We didn't have all the gnats and.
Hopefully they're
But-
gone now.
It was warmer in here than it was outside.
Yeah.
And so they're still trying to warm up. So they were drawn to where it's warmer. And I don't think they mind the mint smell.
Oh, I think they like
Yeah,
it.
maybe not.
Got rid of the gnats, but brought the bees.
Call Donna White, your Yuma Homes for Heroes Realtors, where you can save hundreds to thousands of dollars. First responders, active duty, vets, teachers, and healthcare workers. 928-920.
I'm telling you, never a dull moment here. Never. Between technology and wildlife.
That ain't no lie.
All right, you ready?
Oh, they do. They have the. I was at the Sanguinetti Museum, their gift shop yesterday.
Yeah.
They have little tinier chickens with little hats on.
Do they?
I'm gonna see if I can find them.
Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
I
Here we
inquired.
go.
Did you inquire?
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
Thank you all for joining us this morning.
Please tell Jennifer Blackwell that we have plenty of chickens in the studio.
They're so cute though. I was in the Sanguinetti gift shop yesterday next to the Sanguinetti House Museum and Gardens. Yana is going to be on Monday's show.
Okay.
And they have tinier chickens than we have in here. They're little bitty, about the size of a quarter.
Oh my goodness.
And they have little hats on. They almost look like little Easter bonnets. So they could be like babies for our little peeps that are in here.
Yeah.
We just
So they're
we like chickens.
Because we need more.
They're the nuggets to our tenders.
Yeah. Because we need more over there.
Okay. Anyway, Jessica from Sunset Health was in a meeting, so she's not able to join us this morning. But they have provided their COVID-19 vaccine and the booster vaccination schedule, and they also have their COVID testing, which does continue.
Yes.
I shared updated information yesterday on our social media pages about the numbers where we stand.
Yeah.
And they've dropped considerably. As of yesterday, we just had one person hospitalized at YRMC. And the number of testing in that particular column, the number of people tested, had dropped considerably from previous weeks too. And we'd noticed a kind of a bit of an increase in mid-March, and that's when, like for us anyway, allergies were going through the roof. People were getting cold, so I think they were still getting tested.
Yes.
Just to rule that out, which is always good.
Yes.
But we just want to let you know that vaccines are still happening. I think we hit 78.4% of Yuma County that was vaccinated.
That's wonderful.
That's what we hit on the list yesterday. And I do have that posted. It's on our different pages. And someone reached out, when did you start doing the weeklies again? I said, early March. I think the end of February is when the state went to the weekly format.
Yeah, they did.
And it happened to be, it wasn't like on the first of the month because February ended on the weekend. Or I don't know. In any case, I keep all the previous weeks on there so you can track week to week and see where we've made changes.
Yes.
But those are Wednesdays.
And it is Wednesdays, and we're seeing good numbers, tracking obviously downward, but there is still opportunities to make sure you're getting vaccinated, and God forbid you need to get tested, there's still opportunities to do that. A lot of people do it when they're getting ready to travel or getting ready to go to a gathering, or maybe you have a runny nose, or maybe you have flu-like symptoms and you just want to be sure that it's not COVID. That's okay too. So you can take advantage of those testing opportunities and booster and vaccination opportunities at Sunset Health. It's super easy.
Yes, they have for their vaccination schedule. That all this is available on their website, but also on their Facebook page. They have it available in San Luis Tuesdays and Fridays. They also have it available in Somerton Wednesdays, in Yuma at the MLK Center Tuesdays and Thursdays, and in Wilton they have it every other Tuesday starting on April 19th. And then for the booster vaccine schedule, because again these are different than your first dose, those are available at each of those same locations. And I just advise you, go look at the schedule. There's a lot of information. If you're trying to jot it down as I'm reading it, it's going to be a little difficult just because there's so many things. And remember that Sunset Health is also offering vaccines for 5 through 17-year-olds too. And that is being provided at San Luis, at the clinic, in Somerton, Yuma. That takes place at the Yuma Clinic. And then in North Yuma at their clinic there also. And some of them are by appointment, so we encourage you, call for additional details. That is the best way to actually get on the books and for yourself or your child to make sure that you get vaccinated.
All right.
And that number is, hang on, that font is very tiny.
The number is 928-373-5724.
All right.
Yes.
That's for Sunset Health.
Yes.
All right, let's take another quick break because Lauren is here and raring to go to talk about parenting.
All right.
We'll be back after this on Z93 and Outlaw Country.
I left my phone out there. I feel naked.
Oh.
Good morning. Come on in, darling.
Hi, Lauren. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
See, you got the polka dot medal too.
You did.
Those are cute though.
Thank you.
I like the color.
So springy.
It is. Right?
Yeah.
How have you been?
Ready for Easter?
Depends on your definition of ready, but
I'm not, so don't feel bad.
As the assistant to the bunny, have any items been procured?
very few. Very few.
You still have time. You have time.
Yeah, it's only Thursday.
We usually do a new swimsuit and like goggles. And,
Oh,
like,
that's
that kind of
smart.
That's what my parents
Yeah.
would do too, because we spent time at the lake and the river on Easter.
That's smart.
That's like,
Hey, you're doing better than me because I need to get boxes in the mail.
Oh, you're behind.
I'm way
They
behind.
understand they're going to be.
I have one. I'm not
Mayday gifts, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to mail because we're gonna go to Tucson. I'm like, I'm not mailing this. I'm just gonna bring it to you.
Yeah.
But like, I've been waiting for outfits, and I'm like, their Christmas is 3 months late. Easter could be 2 months late. It doesn't matter.
She's gonna wear them either way.
This is not my strong suit. I embrace the fact that I just don't model that well, and I just don't do it well.
I just, even though I'm not going up to Safford for, it's a month away. Yeah. A month from Tuesday. Yeah. I've got the outfits for the three little babies, 2.5 and under, and they all have to match. So then but I have to coordinate 2T, one's like a 2.5T, so that I have them lined up, and then I have to remember. Okay, but I don't want to put them somewhere and forget to pack them.
Yes.
So they're just sitting out. On
Pack
the
them in the
bar
bag you're going to take.
stools. Yeah.
are you
That's what I
That-
do.
That might change.
That's what I do because I'm very consistent with the bags I take.
You're consistent. I'm not.
I'm very consistent with the bags I take.
Yeah, are you driving up? Just put them in the trunk of the car.
Right now, the back of my Durango has about 8 caps and gowns, a few stools.
It's a good storage.
Makes a lot of
storage
noise. So.
Put a reminder on your phone.
I set
I do all
reminders.
kinds
I
of
set
stuff like that
reminders
too.
and I say, look at your notes because I make notes of what I need to get before I leave. I look at the reminder. Okay, we need this.
I'll make a list of things I need because then I have to take a bunch of backdrops too, so I can get photo shoots. Okay, why couldn't the duck work for the Easter bunny? He kept quacking the eggs. That's a bonus joke, Evie.
That's 3 jokes today.
That was cute. I did tell my husband that I really, really wanted to be spontaneous and just surprise him. But I know my husband. and I'm like, this isn't going to work. I'm like, December. Monumental birthday. We're going to do something. Be ready. I'm not telling him what we're doing.
Okay, so you've at least given him the warning.
He's got 4 months to mentally prepare, or however months.
Yeah.
8 months to mentally, whatever that is, prepare. We have 4 months till Hawaii,
Yes.
8 months till his birthday. Okay.
What day in December is his birthday?
The 17th.
Oh, that's my son's birthday.
Is it?
All right, here we go.
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
And Lauren Opie is with us again this morning. If you've missed her on previous segments, she talks about parenting. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, first, tell us about your background.
So I have 6 children of my own, and 5 are homemade, 1 we adopted through foster care, and I have my bachelor's in special ed. I specialize in child development, and I am working on my master's also in special education and behavior analysis, and I work at Cooperative Extension here in Yuma.
So you've got a little background. Well, what are we talking about today?
Mistakes as opportunities to learn. So this is one of the key principles of positive discipline. And it is just so important. And it's sometimes so hard because sometimes our kids' mistakes really inconvenience us. And that's hard to view it as a mistake as an opportunity to learn. But they are always learning. And I pulled something up. Hopefully it's on my phone. When I was sitting out there. So Jane Nelson, the author of Positive Discipline, she says it really well. And she says, remember the messages you received from parents and teachers about mistakes when you were a child. When you made a mistake, did you receive the message that you were stupid, inadequate, bad, a disappointment, a klutz? When hearing these messages, what did you decide about yourself and what to do in the future? And I have some experiences with that, but a story that came to my mind, and this is a win for me, and you have to realize I am going back probably 8 years to come up with this story. So I'm not perfect at this by any means, but I was making cookies with my daughter Abigail, who was 3 at the time. And she was helping me make these cookies, and we put in the flour, and she turned the KitchenAid mixer on full blast. And if you've ever done that, you know exactly what happened. And there was flour all over the kitchen, all over us. And the look in her eyes, like she looked at me, and there was like this little bit of fear, like, oh, I'm going to be in trouble. And I saw that. And in that moment, I was able to pause and just laugh. And I just laughed so hard. And then she laughed so hard. And we were both sitting there giggling our heads off about all the flour. And then for the next, I'd say, year, every single time I pulled out the mixer, she would start laughing. Like, Mommy, I made the cookies.
But she learned from that
She
experience.
did. She still learned, and it didn't require me to be harsh or teach her a lesson. And I thought, you know, I think I was probably pregnant at that time as well. And so if I had responded in just, you know, how I do sometimes, and just, you know, the anger and the outburst, that would have been a totally different memory for her, right? That mixer wouldn't have brought laughter. It would have been like, oh, let me run and hide the mixer's out.
She will go on in years and share that with her own kids.
I hope so.
Because, again, it was a positive experience.
Yes.
But how many of us also have at least done that one time with a blender?
Right.
Or 2 or 3. I'm just throwing that out there.
It's like the Giants, Jerry Seinfeld has a quote that living with a life with a toddler is like having a blender without the lid. And it is
very
so
appropriate.
True.
Yes.
Well, Steve just texted me and said parenting is a scam.
So is growing up. Absolutely. So is growing up.
We never get a manual. Why is that?
No, we don't.
Because if we did, it would be a new model or changes every
absolutely
4 days.
Constant updates, because they're all so different and unique, and so we've all got to come up with our own manuals.
We do.
So respond to mistakes with compassion and kindness instead of shame, blame, or lectures. When appropriate, use curiosity questions to help your child explore the consequences of her choices. You know, with the mixer, oh, what happened when we did that? You know, and just using genuine curiosity to help them figure out what went wrong. During dinner time, invite everyone to share a mistake they made that day and what they learned from it. And I love that idea to like really, and also what we model when we make mistakes. How often do we spill something and like, oh, stupid, oh, you know, and get down on ourselves because we spilled whatever, or forgot about an appointment, or couldn't find our keys, or whatever it is. With the way we talk to ourselves is going to also affect a lot of children.
It does, because we've talked here before. I think, well, I know my son learned certain things from my mother-in-law. There was a time where she picked him up after school for several years, and you know, he later learned you don't have to shake your fist at other drivers. And he goes, oh, is that just a Granny Annie thing? Oh, okay. Yeah. But again, different things from different people, because we all react differently yet similarly in certain circumstances too. But kids are always watching. They are paying attention.
Yes. They are. Right. So even if we can stop ourselves from, you know, responding to them in shame and blame if they make a mistake, we have to do the same for ourselves and realize when we make mistakes. And really, sometimes our mistakes can seem like really big things, and we might not think of it as a mistake, you know, but, you know, I might feel like I totally failed. But really, like, these are all just little mistakes, opportunities to learn and opportunities to grow.
Regardless of the age.
Regardless of your age.
We learn stuff every single day. Just because you reach a certain age doesn't mean you stop learning.
Right. I heard an acronym this week of FAIL stands for First Attempt in Learning.
Yes.
That is true.
I love that one.
We rarely get everything right or perfect on the first try.
Right. And if you're not failing, you're not trying something new. So I love that too. And taking baby steps. But have you ever actually we think of baby steps and think of, you know, these little tiny steps. If you've ever watched a toddler take baby steps, these are enthusiastic leaps forward. And I love thinking of baby steps as just this enthusiastic, stumbling, but keep going kind of baby steps.
It's certainly a tenacity to that.
For sure.
Well, Lauren, you have a couple classes that you are doing. Do you still have any availability for them?
Yes. Yeah. We on this Monday, if you want to hop on, you can email me and I'll make sure I get you the Zoom link, or I can post it here. It is required that you register via Zoom. It's one of those that requires registration to get the link. But we're just starting week 3, so it's not too late. You've missed the first 2, but you haven't missed everything. It's a 6-week course. And I also teach financial literacy. So I come in here to talk about parenting because that's my passion, that's my background. But at Cooperative Extension, we offer all kinds of awesome programs. They've got a Master Gardener's class going on. I also teach financial literacy, and I have a class at the library going on. I should have plugged that last week because Friday nobody showed up. So tomorrow at 10 a.m., if you want to learn about budgeting, and which is also...
Well, we've got like 3 more minutes. You can talk a little bit more in detail about that.
Sure.
I think that ties in with the parenting also.
It does.
We mentioned it a couple weeks back with Sarah Wisdom, but we have the teacher here. So let's hear what it's about.
So Sarah was here from the library. Awesome. Yeah, it's a 4-week course, Building Financial Security, and each week we go into a little bit different, and it kind of builds on each other. But you could also just show up for one of those classes. Positive discipline, each piece is really a piece of a whole.
Okay.
With this financial literacy, you could pop in and get something out of, you don't need to attend all 4 sessions. But if you do, you'll learn something new in each class. And so the first week we'll go over why we spend money the way we do. And you're right, these are tied into parenting, where I'm funded under the same grant for both programs because they realized to help the communities, if we can help parents learn to be better parents and help better our finances, that's what's going to most help our community. So that's why
a lot of that, again, is mere behavior too, from what we see, how our parents.
Absolutely.
I am with money very similar to how my dad is with money.
And that's what we talk about in the very first week is why do we spend the way we do? Why do we make the choices we make? And kind of go into a little bit of the psychology about it, because you can learn how to write a budget, but if you don't start to understand yourself and why you spend the way you do, it's going to be really hard to stick to that budget. So I love that this class goes into that a little bit as well.
No, I love that. And what ages do you really think this is geared at?
I've had people in this class that are retired, which... I think probably a little bit younger than that would be ideal. And then I've had kids who are still in high school, and I think a little bit older than that might be ideal, but anywhere in between is great.
I think starting in high school, you kind of set that foundation for giving them some ideas, because I know we all think at, whatever point we're in life, had I known that a little sooner,
Definitely.
Maybe I could have started this sooner, or my investing sooner, or just investing in a possible retirement plan, something like that, sooner rather than later.
Absolutely. Yes, definitely. So, and that's why I feel bad when there's people who are retirement age and then we get to the one where it's an example of if you start investing at this age versus this age. I'm like, but don't feel bad. It's never too late. There's never a time where it's too late to start. So just...
And how do people get involved in that class?
That one's at the library tomorrow at 10 a.m. So show on up there, or feel free again to email me, laurenopie@arizona.edu, and I'll let you know. I'm going to have an online version of that coming up. I just haven't scheduled it yet. I've got to look at my schedule and see, but that will be available online. It's always hard to figure. We tried evenings, daytime, mornings.
Yeah, it's really hard.
It is. It's hard to figure out what's a good time that's going to work for a majority of people. Obviously, nothing's going to work for everyone, but
it just kind of ties into the financial literacy a little bit. Don't forget that you have until Monday the 18th to file your tax returns.
Absolutely.
Normally it would be tomorrow, but that's a federal holiday in the District of Columbia for Emancipation Day. So you get a couple extra days, enjoy your Easter weekend, then Monday, boom, you got to get that done.
Awesome. And the library will help you with that too.
See? Such a wonderful resource.
It is a great resource, and they'll help you electronically. My parents will still do it on paper, and then you wait forever to get your return. I'm like, Mom, just go figure out how to do it electronically.
Such a backlog with paper.
It's so easy.
It is. And the library will absolutely help you every step of the way, completely for free.
Well, always great information. Again, your email if people would like to reach out, Lauren.
Yes, Lauren Opie, LaurenOpie @arizona.edu.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Before you leave, we will take our Village and Pizza Parlor selfie out in the courtyard. Great show today. Awesome information from Yuma Union High School District. Again, visit Sunset Health on Facebook if you want to get a rundown of all the clinics available.
Yeah, and if you have any questions for the Yuma Union High School District, feel free to send them over. Like Jennifer said, I believe they're back next week, and we can always get the answers to those questions with them right here.
That's right. And anytime you do reach out, I send it to Eric, and he does his best to find out what he can in a timely manner, and I can help relay that information to you. Coming up tomorrow, we're going to be talking about robotics, and we've got some local robot engineers in the form of kids who will
I hope they bring
Props.
Well, I did advise them about the Sunset Health.
Okay, perfect. I'm
Facebook
like,
Live
I
feed
like
aspect,
Crocs.
and Nicholas McCall and Jay Bathrick are joining us, and they are the two adults that started this because the kids will be in school.
Okay.
Foodielicious Janice also will be joining us, and
It's Catch Your Friday.
it is Catch Your Friday.
Well, but it's
No,
but it's also Good Friday.
I'm sorry, we're not going to be doing a giveaway tomorrow because it is a short day for us.
Yes.
We're going to be celebrating with our
Yes.
families a little earlier in the day, but if you want to wear your cat shirts,
You go right on ahead.
go right on ahead. No one's going to tell you can't.
Exactly.
If you want to wear your Easter outfit Friday too, go ahead. That's acceptable also.
No, I gotta save it for Sunday.
Well, you are an adult. You can keep it clean.
True.
I would not let a toddler wear their white Easter outfit on
Definitely
Friday,
not.
just in case.
Definitely.
I already made that mistake.
I've been saving them for, like, I have Easter shirts that I've been saving, like, okay, they can start tomorrow, have one tomorrow, one Saturday, and then actual outfit on Sunday, so.
Great,
Saving them.
Yes, great information all across the board. Well, stay tuned, and we are your home for Arizona Diamondbacks baseball, and don't forget Phoenix Suns, round 1 of the playoff action at 6 o'clock on Sunday. Please be safe out there, everyone. Remember, we still have a lot of traffic right now.
We do.
And it is a permitted burn day in the city and the
That's
county.
right.
So if you see plumes of smoke, they're taking advantage of very low winds today.
Okay.
So that's what's going on. Be safe, everyone. Bob and Sherry up next on Z93, KCYK Yuma, and KLJZ Yuma.
This is my youngest.
Hang on one second. Wait, flip
Bye.
switch, because I want to
Is it a picture?